stories that need to be discussed, and that's what we're doing here on the show. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. We're live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana, DSTV channel 277. We're also live on radio at 94.1 FM. And coming up on the Business Edge today, we're taking a look at the figures, and especially coming from the quarters of COPEC. We'll be speaking to them this afternoon. And then many of us use the ride-hailing apps. Perhaps you may have seen some changes in terms of the prices. I have seen that. And today we want to interrogate and also ask about, how things are faring with respect to the ride-hailing apps. So this afternoon, that will also be coming up on the Business Edge. For now, Helen Anyeweja is standing by with the latest news update. Hello, Helen. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Desmond.
Hope you're well.
I'm very well. How about you?
I'm okay. We can't complain. Take us away.
Okay. Good afternoon to you. It's now time for the news updates here on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name again is Helen Anyeweja. Let's now get into our headlines for this afternoon. Former President Akufo-Addo refutes claims of seeking President John Mahama's intervention for his cousin and former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. Also coming up this afternoon, the Asante-Hene Otumfuo II is expected to present a report on the mediation of the Boko conflict to President John Dramani Mahama. Later on Business Edge, we will be looking at the performance of the economy and the likely reduction of fuel prices for the December pricing window. This and more coming up now. Please stay with us. Thank you very much. We are coming live to you from the Ikea Boahima studio here at Northridge. We start from here. The Supreme Court is set to hear an application on Tuesday, December 16, seeking to quash the judgment of the Tamale High Court that annulled the Pandai parliamentary election. The application was filed by the embattled member of Parliament for Pandai, Matthew Nyindam, who is challenging the High Court's decision to nullify the December 7, 2024 parliamentary election results. Mr. Nyindam contends that the High Court erred in assuming jurisdiction over the election petition filed by the National Democratic Congress candidate Daniel Nsela Wakbal. In his application, Nyindam is seeking a judicial review to quash the High Court's judgment along with all processes and proceedings arising from what he described as an invalid petition. Following the High Court's ruling, the New Patriotic Party promptly applied for a stay of execution to prevent the NDC and the Electoral Commission from acting on the annulment decision pending the outcome of the Supreme Court proceedings. Now, away from that, the Koforidua High Court too has fined the District Chief Executive of Tiwa East in the Eastern Region, Ernest Ntim, 15,000 for contempt of court in an ongoing illegal mining case. The contempt application was filed in May 2025 by a miner who is in dispute with the DCE over a parcel of land where mining activities were taking place.
Info Analytics projects the new
Now away from that, the office of former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has dismissed claims suggesting he's seeking an audience with President John Dramani Mahama to secure assurances for the safe passage of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. The clarification comes amid ongoing legal battle between Mr. Ofori-Atta and several anti-graft agencies, including the Office of the Special Prosecutor and the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Yoko, over the allegations that he caused financial loss to the state. In a statement issued on Tuesday, December 16, 2025, the former president's office described the reports as false and urged the public to disregard them. The office reaffirmed that the former president remains a firm believer in democratic principles and is committed to the rule of law. While acknowledging his concern for Mr. Ofori-Atta due to familiar ties and his service during the Akufo-Addo administration, the statement made clear that this concern does not extend to interfering with legal processes. Now, away from that, Vice President Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman has called on industry stakeholders to invest sustainably in Africa's film industry to create jobs and drive economic growth. She made the call at the maiden edition of the Regal Film Festival and Awards 2025.
The maiden edition of the Regal Film Festival and Awards, RIFA 2025, brought together filmmakers, actors, producers and creatives from Ghana and across the African continent to celebrate excellence in filmmaking and storytelling. The event marked a significant milestone in the growth of Ghana's creative arts sector and its expanding influence within the global film industry. In her address, the Vice President commended RIFA for creating a platform that not only recognizes talent, but also opens pathways for African films to access regional and international markets.
I want to begin by thanking the organizers, Selassie and your team, everybody who has been part of this evening. This industry deserves support, not only because film is beautiful, we saw the beauty, but because it is meaningful. And when this festival continues to prioritize quality, professionalism, and remains connected to real markets, it definitely will become a concrete part of our infrastructure.
She also called on investors, development partners, and industry stakeholders to adopt a long-term perspective on the film industry, emphasizing its immense potential to generate employment, strengthen cultural diplomacy, and contribute meaningfully to economic growth.
And I want to urge that you recognize the creative sector as a viable long-term opportunity. So please stay with us. And to our institutions, we must continue to create supporting environments, those that foster creativity through education, training, funding, practice, infrastructure, and of course intellectual property protection too, so that their outputs are well protected.
The event saw individuals being recognized for their immense contribution to the film industry. Some of the personalities included Grace Norty, Rama Brew, and a host of others.
Thank you. Thank you, RIFA. Thank you, Ghana. Thank you, Africa.
Away from that, let's do politics now. 18 out of the 21 electoral area coordinators in the Sisala East constituency have declared their support for the new Patriotic Party presidential hopeful, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The coordinators announced their endorsement on the Saturday, December 13, 2025, citing Dr. Bawumia's competence, humility, and long-standing dedication to the party as the basis for their decision. According to the group, they are confident in his leadership and vision for the country.
I am standing on behalf of my colleague coordinators to do this declaration on behalf of all of us who have decided to today declare our support as coordinators in consultation with our polling station executives. So today, as electoral coordinators representing our various electoral areas and polling station executives, we are declaring our support for His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia today, the 13th December, Saturday, 2025. We are declaring for His Excellency not based on any other consideration. We are declaring for His Excellency based on his competence, based on his personal humility, based on his hard work, his dedication for the New Patriotic Party. So on behalf of my colleagues, we are saying that we have consulted our polling station executives, and they've given us the support that on behalf of them, we are all declaring our support. Myself, Sakai Electoral Coordinator, we have Dolomsa Electoral Coordinator, we have Banu Electoral Coordinator, Tosokulfo Electoral Coordinator, Santeja Electoral Coordinator, Kasana Electoral Coordinator, Wolomel Electoral Coordinator, Kusinja Electoral Coordinator, Mandoni Electoral Coordinator, Bugumala Electoral Coordinator, Chalupi Electoral Coordinator, Bujan Electoral Coordinator.
As the most politics this afternoon, following the declaration of the support for the NPP presidential candidate hopeful Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia by Sarah Adjoa-Safo, former MP for Botiano English Amanfrom, Sylvester Tete has cautioned members of the NPP to allow party interests exceed personal interests. Former MP for Miom constituency Abdul Aziz Mohammed advised that the NPP needs some 8 to 10 years to reorganize, as whoever is elected will not make any headway and will not pose any threats to the NDC.
We must always be careful what we say about your opponent, especially those who are contesting the positions. You will not do your candidate any good if you attack his opponent. And the question I ask and say, between you making the allegations and the insult, between you, the person you are, and the person you are insulting, which of you would your preferred candidate, if he or she wins, will need most organizing the meeting of that nature? Just rope him unnecessarily into things like this. It doesn't pay. And I want to urge all of us, supporters of various political flag bearer aspirants, it doesn't pay to insult for your candidate. I've made a firm commitment that I'm not speaking publicly for any of them because of my unique position. But I can always caution, I support the NPP. Whoever the party will elect, over 230,000 people, whoever they will elect, I'll be committed. Look, I've led a candidate before in this party. It doesn't pay to insult in support of your candidate. Yeah. It doesn't pay. The NPP as a political party, we are at a crossroad, and what we need is each other. We don't need to split hairs over anything. You can't be wiser than over 230,000 people who make a decision as to who should lead the party. So you must always be guided by that principle. Nobody would have had one-on-one engagement with all the aspirants except the presidential aspirants themselves.
I raised the issue about her personal interest, her political
career.
So
the matter of personal interest. Look, you see, it's in danger. Your personal interest can never be bigger than the party's own interest. You must be guided. Everybody has a personal interest and personal ambition. But must that be bigger than the party's interest? The party's interest is calling for unity, irrespective of your own personal aspirations and interests. You must know that that is subordinate to the interest of the party.
And I ask myself, how and when the NPP got so low? We need a very strong political opposition.
No.
The quality of leadership in the NPP has gone very, very low. If we were to compare the current batch of those seeking for their leadership to those that I have mentioned earlier, the likes of Papa Osu Ankoma, Kofi Kunidu and Co., that is a fact, and that's my opinion. Today, it appears whoever can make or can boast of $1 million or $2 million in his bank accounts sees himself as a presidential material, you need to be made. There need to be that national conversation. You need to prove your worth. And when they talk about the clips that if they let Kennedy Agyapong, there will be a lot of tapes that will play. There are 1,001 tapes about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That speaks to his credibility and competence. And so whoever among the four is elected will not make any headway and will not pose a challenge to the NDC. The NPP is at their lowest. It may take them some 8 to 12 years.
Away from politics, let's do some social stories now. The Jospon Group of Companies Limited, led by its executive elder, Dr. Joseph Sian Ejapon, and his wife, Dr. Mrs. Adelaide Sian Ejapon, have built and dedicated an ultra-modern state-of-the-art church building in honor of God. The newly christened Pentecost International Worship Center, PIWC Tresaco branch, will serve both the PIWC and a church congregations.
The dedication service also included the handover of a fully furnished mission house for the resident minister. The new church stands as the culmination of the Jospon Group's deep-rooted culture of gratitude to God. What began as a small daily devotion in 1995 has over the decades evolved into a major spiritual tradition, and now this architectural landmark. Apostle Professor Opoku-Onyina, the immediate past chairman of the Church of Pentecost, acknowledged this unique corporate faith by appointing the church's first ever corporate chaplain to the group. The state-of-the-art facility was built to reflect excellence, reverence, and functionality. It is equipped for contemporary ministry, featuring a 2,500-seater auditorium, a children's auditorium, a digital library, an in-church studio, and full administrative suites. It also has installed 2 elevators, a 1,000 kVA transformer, backup generators, central air conditioning, and advanced fire safety and CCTV systems. The chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Dr. Eric Nyamiche, who delivered a powerful sermon at the handover, expressed gratitude to the Japons for the gesture and urged believers to manifest the presence of God.
Today we have dedicated 2 buildings, one a chapel, a temple, and the other a mission house, built and graciously donated to the Church of Pentecost by Elder Sian Ejapon and the wife, Dr. Adelaide Ejapon. We want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Church of Pentecost to say a big thank you to him and the family, and also to say may the Lord bless them. We are praying that many people will rise and do such benevolence to the churches across the globe. The Church of Pentecost has over 20,000 congregations. So if somebody builds a house for us, we actually receive that with great gladness. And today we are glad that somebody has done such a good thing to the Church of Pentecost.
Following the sermon, Dr. Sian Ejapon expressed special gratitude to his wife, Dr. Adelaide Sian Ejapon, and to all who have supported his journey over the years.
This is not a speech of an achievement. It's a testimony of grace. God must be the center of business if it is to endure. Prayer and obedience to biblical principles are not weaknesses in commerce. They are its strength. I want to thank every Ghanaian and all the captains of industry that are here.
The entire cost of the church and mission house was borne by the Japon family and the Jospon Group of Companies, cementing their legacy of faith-based philanthropy. Present at the dedication ceremony was the Chief of Staff Julius Debra, First Deputy Speaker Bernard Ahiafo, MPs, business moguls, traditional authorities, staff and management of the Jospon Group.
Let's do some more social stories this afternoon as the Volta Regional Director for Gender and Social Protection, Daiwo Erakpe, has appealed to decision makers, particularly the Ghana Police Service, heads of schools, education directors, and DOPSU, to take immediate action to bring perpetrators of sexual harassment to book and protect the rights of adolescent girls. The Volta Regional Director for Gender and Social Protection made the call during a stakeholders dissemination meeting on the assessment of existing adolescent-friendly health corners in Ghana, held in Ho. There's more in this report.
The program, themed Strengthening Adolescent-Friendly Health Services for a Healthier Future, was organized by Action Aid Ghana in collaboration with the Young Urban Women's Movement. It brought together health professionals, including health directors, nurses, midwives, and other key stakeholders. The engagement sought to assess the current state of adolescent-friendly health clinics in the region, their patronage, and how effective and accessible these services are to young adolescents. The project coordinator for the Young Urban Women Movement, Thelma Asabar, explained the purpose of the engagement.
In the Volta region, we focused on Ho municipal and then Adaklu municipal. So those are the findings that we wanted to engage the various stakeholders from the Ghana Health Service and the Ghana Education Service to engage them on what we've seen so far, and then to help them if they can scale up their activities on their engagements at the various community level or the district level to help adolescents, because there are a lot of young people who are in need of adolescent-friendly clinics.
Meanwhile, the Volta Regional Director for Gender and Social Protection, Daryl Ayakbe, expressed worry over the rising cases of teenage pregnancy and sexual harassment amongst adolescent girls, especially in senior high school. She advocated for coordinated efforts among the stakeholders to improve productive healthcare services to young adolescents.
To improve healthcare services or reproductive health services to adolescents, we need to improve the coordinated services to these young people. We need to make sure that as stakeholders, we are providing coordinated services to these young people, because we have been given the power and authority to do that.
While encouraging young adolescents not to hesitate to visit any health centers, social welfare, or gender-related facilities to seek information and assistance, Mrs. Darrell appealed to stakeholders, particularly DOFSU, of the Ghana Police Service, to ensure that perpetrators of sexual harassment in the various schools are brought to justice.
I would encourage every young person. I want to tell them that access to information is a matter of rights. If you are an adolescent and you are going through something and you need help, it is your right to walk to any health facility, any gender office, any social welfare office, and say that I'm going through ABC, I need somebody to talk to, I need somebody to advise me.
Now, away from that, the Utusenya East Municipal Assembly is demanding efforts to improve sanitation in Kasoa. Municipal Chief Executive Seth Banini stressed the necessity of daily cleanup routines driven by Kasoa's rapid growth and significant business activity. He's calling on all residents, particularly market women and business owners, to accept joint responsibility for maintaining a clean environment.
The Owutu-Senya East Municipal Assembly is taking steps to improve sanitation in Kasoa. Seth Banini, the municipal chief executive, emphasized the need for daily cleanliness efforts, especially given Kasoa's rapid growth and large business community. He's urging market women, business owners, and individuals to take responsibility for maintaining a clean environment. The assembly has been enforcing sanitation laws
Now, Assembly member for the Man Municipal Assembly, Kwesi Mensah Nuruddin, has appealed to government to support improving basic social, and also he condemned the rise of open defecation in the area, and he also called on community leaders to support efforts to complete an abandoned 12-seater toilet facility in the area.
Residents of Berfi Krom in the Mfanteman municipality have been compelled to engage in open defecation due to the lack of toilet facilities in the area. Speaking to Metro News after collaborating with the Mfanteman Municipal Assembly to observe the nationwide cleanup exercise on an electoral area basis, Assembly member for the area, Kwesi Mensah Nuruddin, appealed to government for the provision of basic social amenities. He specifically called for financial support to complete an abandoned 12-seater toilet facility initiated by the community. as part of the President's directive to all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to observe a monthly cleanup exercise. The Mfantsipim Municipal Assembly, in collaboration with 8 assembly members and led by the Municipal Chief Executive, Eric Stanley Aqua, has relaunched the National Sanitation Day cleanup exercise. The exercise is to be observed monthly on an electoral area basis. On Thursday, December 11, 2025, officials from the Mfantsipim Municipal Assembly, security officers, traditional leaders, and residents of the Befikrom and Eshiro electoral areas participated in the exercise. Activities included desalting choked gutters, sweeping streets, and clearing public spaces to promote a clean and healthy environment in the municipality. The team moved to the Befikrom and Eshiro electoral areas after visiting the new Nkusukum electoral area and 3 other communities within the Mfantsipim municipality, where they sensitized residents on the importance of participating in the National Sanitation Day cleanup exercise. Speaking after the exercise, Kwesi Mensah Nuruddin reiterated the urgent need for toilet facilities and proper waste disposal systems to address sanitation challenges in his area.
He is there. Now, the national chairman of the Tricycle Union of Ghana, Hamza Harris, has called on tricycle and motorcycle operators across the country to strictly comply with the newly passed legislative instruments regulating their operations, describing it as a major step toward improving road safety and bringing order to the transport sector.
The national chairman of the Tricycle Union of Ghana, Hamza Harris, has said tricycle and motorcycle operators to obey the LI bill passed by Parliament to reduce reckless driving and promote road safety. He emphasized that the Road Traffic Amendment Bill will help ease transportation and reduce unemployment in the country. Harris also appealed to tricycle operators to join unions in their regions to ensure they operate according to government regulations.
Before this LI was passed, we undertook or we started taking up a nationwide sensitization tour to ensure that we educate our people, our riders on good driving, mechanisms, to respect road traffic regulations, to those of them who are involved in drug abuse and all those kind of stuff. We educating them to stop those things. But all those while, we did not have any law or any legal backing that gives us the weight to be able to enforce some of these regulations. But now that the legalization has come, we are very, very happy and we are ready with arms open to collaborate with every government institution, i.e. assemblies, the Road Safety Authority, DVLA, to ensure that our people comply with the regulations for the government to succeed in this agenda. This is simple. This legalization, it is not a green light to misbehave. It is rather coming to ensure that there is sanity in the system. The complaints we keep hearing, reckless driving, not respecting road traffic regulations, that is exactly what this regulations is coming to address. And we are telling every tricycle operator, those of you who don't want to join associations, your time has come to an end. Government would only regulate us on unions or in associations. So everybody will have to come under one association or the other for us to be regulated. So we are not going to sit down and allow just few people who do not want to be regulated to spoil our work. We will not allow that. And all of us are going to become police to ensure that we help state agencies to succeed. So guys, let us prepare for this. It is there for our own.
The Central Regional Chairman of Tricycle Union of Ghana Task Force explained that they will work with the airline laws to regulate tricycle operators and ensure they adhere to government rules.
I want to say a very big thanks to the Ghana government, and we want to say we are very, very happy for this great opportunity for us as the Praga Rider here in Ghana. Then we just want to assure the government that we will not misbehave. We will make sure that everything is going to be well organized. Our boys will go to put them in a place that where then also they will know that it's not good to misbehave and everything. So and we also have a task force, a Praga task force on ground to ensure that every reckless driving to also put them in place. We have packaged ourselves. We are ready for it. Thank you.
The Kaswa High Tension Tricycle Operators Chairman thanked the government and stakeholders for their efforts in legalizing the Tricycle LI Bill. The LI Bill aims to protect tricycle operators from reckless driving and reduce road accidents. It is part of the government's efforts to regulate the transport sector and promote safety on Ghana's roads.
And that was me, and Koma Asida Koma Ghana, and no more, Omutuma, it will pass it, the mask for Badi and Kaina, the international, the name Mano, the prayer, and the Pelperium, and the BBS, oh boy, lady, it may pass.
Now, the Judicial Committee of the Eastern Regional House of Chiefs has held its first sitting on the case of the Kwewu chieftaincy disputes at the Koforidia Secretariat to discuss the way forward for the absence of the paramount chief in the area.
This comes after a 6-month-long wait by the Kwewu Traditional Council, the kingmakers and natives who have been denied a paramount chief over the period due to an injunction petition filed by the destitute former occupant Eugene Asante Buadi. There was an interesting twist of events as the counsel for the injunction petitioner indicated that it had not been served with the defendant's appeal seeking a stay of execution, which the Judicial Secretary confirmed and accepted the blame for the failure to serve the plaintiff. In view of that, the Judicial Committee ensured all the necessary documentation was served and both parties to the case are addressed properly before adjourning proceedings to next year, 25th February 2026, as some members of the committee indicated that they will be traveling out of the country for a short period. The delay in settlement of this dispute has led to a halt in chieftaincy leadership in the Kwewu traditional area, causing stagnation in some social developmental projects and increased tension in the area, denying the locals peace and security.
Na be break akarina kwasibo dia na yo man na efere kwa ma Japan aye tuno be kan ho bi na odi aba regional house say onti ase say ye tuno etine na court ni share say ye mra ye ba en mpo no nwuma ye say ye di mano no le ya say nwan kuto na ne say ka enti onim ase no hwe obde be kan ti emfa share date mano Tom de akoshe bosume ebesimu no afi ebesimu no February 25th ose sa bene de obenya kwan na watimi a share national house regional house ha ananwa anyamo wanwa sa se mo na de bae ebisi sa bre onipa so tikofobia o ti house ya bibia munya ne se mo no asem o ti ne se na awie payesen.
Now, the Supreme Court has directed that all preparations towards the planned Pandai election rerun be suspended until January 13. The court stated that all matters relating to the disrupted election must be addressed within the next few days to enable the justices to properly sit and consider and also determine the case. The Mother Court also expressed dissatisfaction with the Electoral Commission for failing to be present at the hearing. This is where we wrap up for today's edition of News Updates on Good Afternoon Ghana. My name is Helen Anyeweja, and I will now hand over to Desmond Okreku-Danso.
Right, Helen, thank you very much for bringing us the news updates, especially the very last bit, that is the updates coming in from the Supreme Court. I'm very interested. I really wish I could speak to Richard Ahiad, but today after our conversation yesterday. But anyway, December 20th, that's this Saturday, Jollof Festival. Helen.
Yes.
Helen, are you ready?
I'm so ready. I can't wait. You know I love jollof, and I don't know who doesn't love jollof.
I don't know.
Is there anybody like that?
But there's, my wish is that we'll beat Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria can never triumph over us when it comes to jollof.
Absolutely.
So we are putting an end to that on Saturday.
Absolutely. We'll put an end to the lip service. We'll see action.
Definitely.
You know? Right.
Thank you very much, Helen, for bringing us the news updates. You're still watching Business Edge here on Metro TV, as we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we have conversations coming up. Well, yesterday, the NSA had a press conference and a lot of issues came up, including some 8,000 ghost names, and some of people who are actually caught in this are from some of our universities in the country. We'll be getting to the details of those particular updates from the National Service Authority, and then we'll get to talk about the online ride-hailing apps and what is happening with them. The drivers are complaining about their that is safety. Passengers are talking about, the prices and some of the attitude from the drivers. What really is this situation? We'll get to talk about that, and later we have a conversation coming up with COPEC. So stay with us. We're taking a break. We'll be back to delve into all the conversations.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TVs. 4 TVs? Yes, 4. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm not.
It's like a scandal now. You are using it to spread grandma like that. Spread grandma? 4 TVs, 2 fridges, microwave. Abba, Kojo, why? Do you want to open an electrical shop for her?
Hey, no! It's a regular 100 cities I send her.
I'm sure it's Uncle Atu.
Let's call him.
Atu? Why? Atu? Why are you spreading a grandma with appliances?
Me? Spread who? When? How? Please, it could be Amma.
Let's call Amma.
Let me call her.
Hello?
Amma, why?
What are you saying?
Appliances for grandma, no. Why?
Hey, it's not me, oh.
Asanda, critical.
Let's call grandma.
Let's call grandma.
Hello? Hey, grandma. So who is buying all those stuff for you?
Call me Granny Cash. Grandma know the joke, the luckiest. If they do me 5 pounds per year. When I buy ticket 100 cedis, I pay them small or big. I automatically get my free gifts.
Hey, sir! Yes, so with the luckiest, anytime you buy tickets up to 100 cedis, whether small or at once, you are guaranteed to win a free gift. TV sets, fridges, hampers, airtime, cash. Remember to dial *712#, choose option 4 and follow the prompt. With the luckiest, everybody wins. Even Granny Cash.
Oh, Jose, and then media semesio. Cannon pan, na sana, Monsieur, na ward me. A drain I didn't quano. Kingdom Garlic Bitters.
No, benefit him.
Me benefit wine. Also, what told dear?
Abrewa, the smile, Abrente, Mishuve.
One antique crana wabre. No Kingdom Garlic Bitters, and in the capsules. Nanya, what dear Bribia.
Kingdom Garlic Bitters, in the capsules. Assembia,
a devil when I'm when I say, send your name, your wife, company one personal. Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules, and tea. Say, see, I'm password.
Kingdom Ginseng Power Capsules. Emeni Chienya Sumdiebe Free, Abrebia. Obebia o de poa how no. Edroba kupa wihiane tremendous capsules. Tremendous capsules. Esiesie uma uye obesima. Edno yi ubenya bi obebi ayeton robia. Kingdom Herbal. No challenger.
In a world where security is paramount, peace of mind should be a necessity and not a luxury. This is why Virtual Security Africa has created a special discount package up to 30% on our 4 and 8 channel high definition cameras. We are more affordable now than ever. With as low as 4,130 Ghana cedis, you can get 4 high definition cameras, 3 terabyte hard drive, cables, and a digital video recorder. With 6,440 Ghana cedis, you will get 8 high-definition cameras, 3 terabyte hard drive, cables, and a digital video recorder. Why choose us? Because we offer top-tier quality you can trust, lifetime after-sales support, 2 years warranty, and you can view our systems remotely. Sidinua Peke. Spend less, secure more. Call us on 055 874 0764 and 050 331 4068. Virtual Security Africa. We will beat the advertised price of any security product of comparable quality.
At the heart of Amasaman, along the Accra Sawam Road, something fresh is growing. At Pop Farms, we raise 100% organic broilers, naturally fed, humanly raised, and processed with the highest hygiene standards. Whether you're feeding a family at home, serving dinners in your restaurant, stocking your supermarket, or running a busy chore bar, Pop Farms delivers freshly frozen, premium quality chicken straight from our farm to your table. Fast, reliable doorstep delivery, fair prices, grown with care right here in Ghana. Clean, healthy, local, organic. That's the Pop Farms promise. Call us today on 024-777-3668, 0244-626-700. Or email sales@popfarmsgh.com. Pop Farms, raising the standard of poultry in Ghana.
Pop Farms chicken, naturally raised, honestly delivered.
Bonjour, c'est ABC from Sénégal. Je représenterai le Sénégal au festival Jollof Festival qui sera le 20 décembre 2025 au Metro TV. Donc j'invite tous les francophones, tous les Sénégalais, tous les francophones de venir manger. I will be at the Ghana Jollof Festival, who will be at 20th December. So I'm inviting all the francophones, all the Senegalese to come and eat and enjoy Ghana food as well as Senegal dishes.
Well, okay, right. So welcome back from the break. This is Business Edge on Metro TV. My name is Desmond Okreko-Danso, and we're getting into our conversations for this afternoon. And you can join us on 94.1 FM. Today's show is going to be quite interesting because we want to open up for you to be a part of the conversation we're having in studio. So when it gets there, we'll put the numbers on the screen so that you can join in the conversation. For now, let's take a look at how the cedi is faring against the major trading currency. So there you have it on the screen. We'll begin with the US dollar being bought at 11 cedis 48 pesos and sold at 11 cedis 49 pesos. So with the roundup is 11 cedis 50 pesos there. So that's the cedi to the US dollar. The British pound bought for or buying for 15 cedis 37 with a rounding of the 638 cedis and being sold at 15 cedis 39 pesos. Now the euro buying at 13 cedis, that is 50 pesos, and then being sold at 13 cedis 51 with the round A gets to be 13 cedis 52 pesos there. So those are the figures for you, how the cedi is faring with the trading currencies, the major ones, of course. So from the dollar to the euro to the pound, that is what we have shared for you. Those are the updates from the Bank of Ghana on their website, and we're sharing with you today on the show. Now we're getting to our first conversation for the afternoon, and over the years, digital transport has become a thing. It is here to stay, and as we call them, the ride-hailing apps, they become a vital part of Ghana's transport sector, where they're helping people get to their destinations and contributing significantly to the economy. However, operations haven't been with some challenges from the drivers and also to the patrons of the ride-hailing app. So today I want to get into the conversation and get to understand some of the challenges, in fact, the operations and everything that is happening with the ride-hailing apps in Ghana. Joining us in studio is Francis Tenge. He's the president of the Ghana Online Drivers Union, and he's here to give us an insight into the realities. You hear some of the stories about, the drivers, about the passengers online and all of that. So let's get into it. Francis, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Yeah, many thanks for joining us here. How is it faring? I'm sure year by year you get to have a lot of drivers joining in, patrons also sharing their thoughts about. But for this year, 2025, as the leader of this particular union, how would you say that the year has fared for you?
Well, not bad, but on a very disappointing note, the fact that most of our drivers have lost their jobs. Prices of vehicles kept shooting and up, so people couldn't buy vehicles. So
Right.
I can tell you that a lot of drivers at home. As I speak, the last data that I had was around 900 and a little bit less than 1,000 drivers who are looking for vehicles across 6 regions. So it's a concern as a leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how does that work? I know some people get their own vehicles and work with them. I know some of the apps also provide vehicles. Share with us how that works.
Okay, the truth being told, the app companies don't provide vehicles.
They don't?
They don't. What they provide is a platform.
Okay.
The digital platform whereby people then sign on with contracts, and then for you to use their platform. So they connect passengers to the driver at a fee. That is what they do. They don't care about your vehicle. So your job is to go and rent a vehicle or get your own vehicle and put on their platform, and then they take you a service fee.
It's quite interesting because I've heard people talk about the fact that, this particular app, I told them my vehicle, there's some fault with it, blah, blah. I go there and then so it suggests that there's also a way they provide vehicles to drivers who want to use the app. So maybe you can go to one of their offices and say that I'm a driver, I want to drive, I have this, I have the licenses, and then they provide vehicles and then you can work with it. That's not what it is.
That's not what they don't provide vehicles. So they deal with a private partnership. They partner with individuals who have the vehicles. In this sense, now they are also partnering with companies that are fleet companies, called the fleet managers or fleet partners.
Right.
And so they sign on to their platform. They also connect drivers to the fleet partners, and then they use the vehicles to drive on their platform.
Right.
So that's what.
And Francis, you can just put the microphone towards you so that we can hear you clearly. So, what is the process? So you just, as you mentioned, you get the car. You want to use so you just get onto the platform and sign in. That is all. What do they look for you to become a part of this, work?
So this is why we are calling for regulations.
Okay.
2016, 20 to 2019, where boats and Yango actually came to Ghana.
Right.
Hitherto, before you sign on to any of the platforms, you need to go to the app companies. If I'm allowed to mention their names,
Right.
Uber, Bolt. It started with Uber. It was standard. There was a guidelines. You go to Uber. You do training as a driver. Then you also take exams. They make sure they test you.
Okay.
Also, and if you fail, you will not be given that approval to drive.
To get to do the work.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was what Uber was doing until 2018, where Bolt came in. So because of competition, Bolt initially wasn't doing that training, and so Uber was losing more drivers. As we speak today, Uber doesn't have office in Ghana to deal with drivers.
Okay.
No, Uber is not having office in Ghana. Both office is operating, but they don't train drivers. It's no longer a requirement any longer. To be on a Yango platform, we need to register with a partner. So they don't train drivers any longer.
So it then suggests that you could just take your phone, you've got a car today, you're thinking, okay, I need to make some money, and then you just log in, and that is it.
Yeah, so you download the app, you sign in with your driver's license,
right,
and then your Ghana card. That's it.
So there's no check in terms of, you can really drive.
No,
how
they don't
you
check.
relate with customers. That's not part of
They
it.
don't do that. I remember myself, I had my Uber platform 2019, I was actually trained. It is a classroom that you go to. They assign teachers to you. So they take us through all the processes. But in 2025, from 2020 to now, they no longer do all those things. So it's, like I said, it's a competition. And there's no regulation in the sector. So they all do anything just to get the drivers and then to get their platform active. That's what they do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And for me, that is the worry.
It's a worry to be their drivers. But to the company they are using us. You see, they don't really appreciate and recognize as professional. Our work is a profession. It's a profession. You don't just drive. You need to have a license from the Republic of Ghana, giving you that permit to drive. You go to train. You go to driving school. You pay for your license. So as a professional driver, we need to be treated the same way as we treat teachers, doctors, and other professions. But to the drivers, they don't treat us like that. So that is some of the challenges now we are facing now.
So for the regulation, what exactly are you looking at that those in authority should do for you? Okay,
so regulations, we are looking at pricing. The app companies, they determine prices for the drivers. So there's no committee. They don't consult.
So they sit wherever they are
Yeah.
and think that, okay, we've got to increase the price. Are there indicators in terms of maybe how much fuel or what the prices are in terms of fuel and all of that, or they just decide that, you know what, the prices need to go up?
Yes, they don't even, mostly don't look at the increment of the pricing.
Okay.
Before they will increase the price, we have to call for demonstrations and all of that before they try to increase it maybe by 5%. They don't do anything. So we want a regulation whereby the Ministry of Transport will have a tripartite committee together with ourselves and the ministry. Then we will also determine a fair pricing. So it's a very big challenge. We're also looking at security. As we speak now, whether you are a driver or a passenger, the safety button on our platform is not secure enough. When you are in danger and you press it, Uber has its offices in US. Bolt is in Estonia.
So it's routed through those places before?
Yes. It doesn't even come to Ghana, Ghana police in Ghana. It doesn't work like It's not right. Yeah, I'm telling you. So it's not safe.
So that's quite interesting. Let's hold on to the security and the pricing bits. Those are places that I'll get to. But let's talk about the union.
Okay.
Because I want to understand how many people are under, or how many drivers are under this particular union that you are the president. And if really that is an umbrella that every person who is on a ride-hailing app is under.
Okay, so initially it was Ghana Online Drivers Union.
Okay.
So this year we've brought the couriers and the delivery guys.
Okay.
But we're also using the same platform.
Right.
So it's now GoodCo. That's Ghana Online Drivers and Couriers Union.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is what we are doing. So very soon we will launch and they will make it official and they will bring everybody under us. So
what are the numbers looking like now?
Oh, in nationwide, we are looking at over 20,000, but not everybody, there's freedom of association. And because there's no regulation, like I said, people are not interested in the union thing. So it's a challenge for us. And as a union, we also need to become transport operators. We need to have vehicles and the motorbikes to give to our members, like the way our sister or mother union, that's the GPR2 is operating.
Okay.
We are currently not having access to those things. That's why we need support. So if you're a car owner, you have a vehicle, people just buy their own car. They don't look for any union. They just look for a driver and they give it to their driver. No. Now we have moved from the previous side. We are managing vehicles now. So you have a vehicle, you contact us, we manage the vehicles for you. Then we ensure that you'll be receiving your weekly sales, which are guaranteed. So that is what we are working on now.
Okay, interesting, because I know some people are, in quotes, part-time drivers. They do their whatever work that they do, and then they can also work on these apps later in the day. And some are also very full. So now in the country, we have 16 regions. Where do we have these right here? Of course, Accra, Kumasi. You don't have all.
Yeah, we have
Obuasi,
and then Kumasi itself.
Okay.
Then we also have the mining sector. It will count.
Okay.
So Ashanti, we have about three
areas.
Cities in
Okay. In Central region,
Cape Coast.
When I was in Cape Coast, they tried coming in, but it was very. I thought they didn't last in there. I don't know if they've come back in there because there's what we call the Pragya. There's a taxi itself. In Cape Coast is quite a very small area. So the fare is not exactly high. So I thought those times, those were some of the conversations that were going on about that. I know I've used a couple of them in the Western region, in Takoradi, for instance. I don't know if it's very active there also. So just about 3, 4, 5 regions.
Yeah, about 6 active.
6
yeah,
active.
So both
okay.
is the leading market share as we speak now. So we have Greater Accra, Ashanti region, Western region, Eastern region, Central region, Northern region is also there. They were also in Volta. I don't know whether they are still active.
Okay.
They were also in Tamale. So in all, they were running.
So Tamale, yeah. I've ordered Pragya on one of the apps before.
So they are also in Tamale.
Francis, why is it that people order ride?
Oh, first.
And then, so I'm building some. Why is that people order ride? Because we're now getting into the conversation proper. Right. People order rides, and then some of the drivers do not call, because I know they're supposed to call you. And this goes back to the training bit, and then the kind of attitude some of the drivers put up. And I'm not holding forth for the passengers, because some of the passengers too are quite it's a human thing. Some will be quite annoying, getting into them. But really, what is the procedure like when someone is ordering a ride? In between you coming and when you get to the person, what is it supposed to be like?
Okay, so to be on a very safer side, not to put stress on the drivers.
Right.
Most Ghanaians, passengers or riders, they request the app and then put their phone somewhere. They don't monitor the app to see the drivers coming or not. So sometimes before you get there, they are not dressing up, which shouldn't be so. That is why we have ET, estimated time of arrival. When you are ready to request an app, make sure you are ready. Some of them they request and then they are doing something else. You have to call before
But is the core part of it? Is there supposed to be a communication that I've accepted your ride, I am coming?
Yes, it's not compulsory for the driver to call you.
Okay.
And sometimes what's annoying is that you drive somewhere, sometimes halfway through the journey, and the passenger cancels the request without even informing the driver. You see how you have wasted.
But some of the drivers also do that.
No, I don't see a driver moving and then cancel the trip along the way.
They will not tell you that they have cancelled, and you will be there waiting for them. And then it gets to a point, and then you say, oh, the driver has cancelled. Meanwhile, you have waited. Then it reroutes the search to look for another driver who is kind of probably far away, because you were thinking that there was a driver who was coming. He didn't call. He didn't send any message. So it's a two-way thing. How can we make sure that there's that understanding between... Some of the drivers are cool people, though. They're really cool.
Yes, so this is what happens. First, a driver may decide to cancel a ride. If the driver is not safe, if the driver thinks that the price is not good enough, the driver can cancel the ride as well. But at the end of the day, it depends on the passenger. Most of the passengers don't really treat the drivers very well. And so they request, and then they still go about doing their own thing, and the driver will be calling and calling. It's time. You see, it's time, and then it creates all sort of inconveniences for the drivers as well. So to me, I would think that the passengers need to be educated more, and then the drivers, because we are driving mostly under stress.
Why are you driving under stress?
There's so much pressure. The pricing is no good. The base fare that the app companies are charging is very
what we call the commission.
There's higher commission as well.
Okay.
And so that takes out our earnings, the payday, whatever they take home. Is really.
But Francis, if that is the problem, that shouldn't be transferred to me as a client, where I get into your vehicle and you act just any way towards me. You're supposed to accept me into the vehicle nicely, because you're driving me.
No, I am doing work and pay.
But you're doing work and pay,
and I'm paying service fee 25%.
Right.
Whatever money you are paying, I'm taking from you. It's already been divided into 4. I'm taking 3, and I'm also buying fuel. You see, so it's already I'm under stress already, and so if the situation is no good, I wouldn't be happy driving you. I'm supposed to enjoy my job, but most of the drivers are not happy on their job. That is the challenges we are facing.
Why don't you go to Teshi?
Teshi is unsafe area, very, very unsafe. I mean, it's a red zone area.
Red zone marked by who?
marked by we the drivers, and it's very, especially Teshimam is very, very dangerous to be.
You are attacked there.
You are attacked. They take your phone especially, and if you are not lucky, when you get down and then you change them, they move in team. One will be hiding. The moment you get that to change your phone, by the time that you come back, your money and your other belongings that you also have are also gone. Not only in Teshi, we have some part in Labadi. There is also some part in Trefair, even Achimota overhead. Then we also have Santor, and
Santor.
Santor. Kasua is very, very dangerous. We've had about 2 drivers being killed over there in Kasua. Even so, to last 2 years or so in that dangerous area.
What has the engagement been with the police to make sure that something is done about the situation?
To be honest with you, I would like to commend the previous IGP.
Okay.
He actually worked with us. There was a cartel in the Volta region. They request your vehicle here. They will take your car in Accra, drive to the other region, go and use Dodowa and dedicate to the Volta region. That's what
people do such long trips?
Yeah, do trips. No, they will take the car from you.
Oh, okay. So they attack you, take the vehicle here,
take the vehicle,
and take it.
They'll use that route to the Volta region. So there was, we met the IGP, which was about 3 or 4 hours, which we discussed a lot of security matters. And he gave us assurance that they were working truly. They arrested the cartel in the Volta region that were responsible. Last year, they were killing. We had lost almost about five drivers. But this current IGP, we've written to him, trying to meet with him.
You haven't had the opportunity
but
to do
so
that.
far, we haven't had any chance to meet with the current IGP.
So let's do some messages, right? So we're going to put the number on the screen. Send me a question, or anything you want to say, and then I'm going to mention that to Francis, who is the president of the Online Drivers Association. I'm asking him some questions that a number of people have that they want to ask. So please do so. The number we put on the screen very soon. You're watching Business Edge here on Metro TV. So on that security bit, Francis, you were telling me about the safety for your drivers and how if you're using the driving, as you use the driving app, and even if you are in danger, the safety button on the app is not anything that can, be of help to you.
Yes. To be honest with you, the previous transport minister didn't really help us. So in 2019-2020, DVLA they came up with the guidelines that we were going to regulate the whole sector. So we were all happy when we saw the back end. I mean the blueprint. Right. It was good. There was security and everything that we were hoping for. So they started charging what is called, they wanted to charge booking fee. They wanted to take booking fee to introduce, to help them run that platform whereby they can regulate the sector. There was also security in all of that. But they started taking that booking fee from 2023 through DVLA.
Right.
They never introduced the regulations. So as we speak now, every passenger is paying money as a rider using the platform, but we are not enjoying that benefit that we were assured of giving. Not only the driver, also the riders.
Right.
So they are taking that money from all riders in Ghana since 2023.
Since 2023, 2 years ago.
Yeah, and that is also going. And so we are of the opinion that why would they allow us to be paying money whilst there's no regulations, whilst the system that they say they are going to introduce that will help regulate the sector, that everybody will be happy.
There's nothing yet.
And so when we call for meetings, the previous minister never opened doors to us. Nothing of that sort was happening. And so the whole thing is a messy kind of worry. Why should Uber, Bolt, and Yango be operating in Ghana? Whilst I am, as a passenger or as a driver, I am not safe in that vehicle.
What about the current minister? Have you tried?
We are, fortunately for us, we've met with the previous the Minister for Communications, that is Sam George.
Okay.
We've met with him, and then the Minister for Transport. Now we met with his directors. We've met with the directors, but we couldn't meet with the current minister himself.
Okay.
So hopefully next year we will. So we are knocking on his door that he should open up and let us now sit down and see how we can go. But now it is National Road Safety Authority
Okay.
Has been given the mandate to regulate.
To regulate.
But there's still something going on that is not helpful. So let both departments should come together so that this sector will be. Like I was saying, why should I be in Ghana and I'm not safe? Meanwhile, they're operating. So the government is supposed to look at their operations, see every stakeholder as very important. Drivers are very important. Passengers are important. They should not just pay attention to the app companies without taking consideration of
right. As we wrap up, the Christmas season is here. Please, when we have bonuses, please, your drivers should accept. I know the prices have shot up. Meanwhile, the fuel prices are going down. Why is that so quickly before we wrap up?
In terms of the pricing? Or
the pricing, I mean.
Pricing, we are still pushing for higher fares. Because we are
pushing for higher fares.
Exactly. The base fare still hasn't increased. Whatever you are seeing is as a result of surge.
The fuel prices have dropped. So why are you increasing your fares?
You don't understand.
For me, it is fuel has gone down. So the prices should come down.
Service fee is still fixed. Still at 24% and then 25%. Until 2 weeks ago, then both decided to reduce it to 20% because of the Christmas festive season. So why should we still be suffering?
Okay.
The app companies are making money at the expense of the drivers.
Right. Yeah. Let's give a fine as the president to your drivers this Christmas season. Some reckless, some indiscipline in terms of relations with the clients, and also any message for the clients this festive season.
Well, all I want to say is that our members, both drivers and couriers, should be calm and work very hard, take advantage of this festive season, make good friends. And the passengers, we see them as our brothers and our sisters. That is what I would say. And then the clients too, they should stop. Some of them are very annoying. See, some of them, they don't know how to. Today, when I was coming, someone booked me. Where she was standing, I took a delivery, a package.
Right.
It was at another street, the next street.
Right.
She wasn't. That was not what you asked me to. But instead of her to be kind to me and say, "Oh, make a change," she was just shouting, and all of that. So they should take it easy on us.
Right, Francis Tenge is president for the Online Drivers Association. Two quick messages. Let me read that, then we go. Says that, good afternoon. Please kindly tell Francis that the service charge is not 25%, but 30% charged by the app companies in this, or this is too much, whereas other African countries are not charging this high. And that's come from Isaac Lutrot from Dansuman. So says, kudos to Francis. Keep working. Okay, that's from Joseph. Kindly ask about charges for ride cancellation. Okay.
Yeah. So what he's trying to say is that if passengers cancels ride, they need to pay us. So hitherto Uber were compensating the drivers for 5 cedis.
Okay.
Now they are no longer.
But if the ride has been cancelled, it's been cancelled.
The driver has moved.
Okay.
The driver has driven about sometimes 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers on the way to the pickup point. The rider cancels the request. So we need to be paid for that cancellation.
Okay. Okay. So sometimes people also press the arrive. Meanwhile, you've not arrived.
You can't do that. Yes, you can't do that on Uber. You must get to where the pickup. There's a radio before you can do
that. You do that.
So with that one, I think both have to work on it. Both have to work on it. So.
All right. Says that my question is, I was struck. My small girl ride. Hey, I was tracking my small girl ride with an Uber driver last month. When the tracking route was cancelled by the driver, I became very worried because my small girl's phone was off, only to be told by my small girl that the link was cancelled because he was avoiding a traffic. Tell him to inform passenger next time you want the ride to be cancelled. Okay, we've got to go. We will definitely have to do this again, Francis. Let's have some more time to talk about some of these and get the questions from our viewers. Thank you very much, Francis Tenge, the president for the Online Drivers Association. We're taking a break. When we come back, we have more here. Stay with us.
Manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TVs. 4 TVs? Yes, 4.
Okay, I'm coming.
It's like a scandal now. You are using it to spread grandma like that. Spread grandma? 4 TVs, 2 fridges, microwave. Abba, Kojo, why? Do you want to open an electrical shop for her?
Hey, no. It's a regular 100 cedis I send her.
I'm sure it's Uncle Atu.
Let's call him.
Atu? Why?
Atu?
Why are you spreading a grandma with appliances?
Me? Spread who? When? How? Please, oh, it could be Amma.
Let's call Amma.
Let me call her.
Hello?
Oh, why?
What are you saying?
Appliances for grandma, no. Why?
Hey, it's not me, oh.
Assembly, critical.
Let's call grandma.
Let's call grandma.
Hello?
Hey, grandma. So who is buying all those stuff for you?
Call me Granny Cash. Grandma know the joke, the luckiest. If they do me 5 pounds per year. When I buy ticket 100 cedis, I pay them small or big. I automatically get my free gift.
Hey, sir! Yes, so with the luckiest, anytime you buy tickets up to 100 cedis, whether small or at once, you are guaranteed to win a free gift. TV sets, fridges, hampers, airtime, cash. Remember to dial *712#, choose option 4 and follow the prompt. With the luckiest, everybody wins. Even Granny Cash.
This Christmas, Cartus Agri Limited is bringing you freshness, flavor, and festive joy straight to your home and office. Right here in Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, and Takrade. Cartus Agri, your #1 poultry plug. Fresh birds, sweet eggs, delivered with love. Get ready for our juicy Midofopa package. You get 1 broiler, 1 layer, 2 crates of eggs, plus our special chicken spices. All for only 450 Ghana cedis. Midofopa, sweet value for you. Or go big with our Coco Bolobo package. That is 2 broilers, 2 layers, 2 crates of eggs, and chicken spices, just for 800 Ghana cedis. A Coco Bolobo. More chicken, more joy. And for families and corporate bodies ready to feast, try our Odon Soda package. 3 broilers, 3 layers, 3 crates of eggs, plus spices for only 1,200 Ghana cedis. Order now, enjoy more. And the best part is, corporate orders come with free delivery. Terms and conditions apply. Call us now. 0558 376127 or 0241 674268 or 020-331-5557. This Christmas, choose Cartus Agri Limited. Cartus Agri Limited. Freshness you can trust.
Kachemi, I didn't know when this assassin.
Pese ifumo, ehun fasoni nia empra enfia.
Na you won him. And he tem na enfia.
Asemi to me amana ni opeswe, ubetumi ekulu. Mr. David.
Bonjour, c'est ABC from Sénégal. Je représenterai le Sénégal au Festival Jollof Festival qui sera le 20 décembre 2025 au Metro TV. Donc j'invite tous les francophones, tous les Sénégalais, tous les francophones de venir manger. I will be at the Ghana Jollof Festival, who will be at 20th December. So I'm inviting all the francophones, all the Senegalese to come and eat and enjoy Ghana food as well as Senegal dishes.
Speaking during a press conference, Director General of the National Service Authority, Ruth De La Sado, disclosed that the incident involves some non-qualified individuals who would have been enrolled as National Service personnel.
We made a shocking discovery that resulted in we flagging 8,105 individuals in the system and 1,840 individuals have been completely suspended, pending conclusion of further investigations by the security agencies. The investigations uncovered a number of serious irregularities being perpetuated in 3 tertiary institutions: University of Development Studies, UDS, Ghana Communications Technology University, Akenton Apia Minka University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurial Development. 10 members of staff from the various institutions have been arrested and are under investigations with the security agencies. As well as some staff of National Service have also been arrested and currently with the National Security and are under interrogation.
The intervention by the authority means that the state will have incurred significant financial losses through payment of monthly allowances to these individuals, which amounts to some 68,640,000 cedis per year.
We are pursuing, of course, appropriate legal measures against the individuals who we have found to be culpable. Thankfully, the efficient and swift action taken have prevented potential financial loss to the state, which would have amounted to over 68 million Ghana cedis per year.
Speaking some concerns with the ongoing registration, the Director General of the authority announced a 1-week reopening of the portal to address outstanding issues by prospective personnel.
We are reopening the National Service Validation Portal again for 1 final week. From today, Monday, 15th December, to next week, Monday, 22nd December, 2025. Let's take note that eligibility for this reopening is limited to those who submitted reposting requests due to rejection from institutions with official release or rejection forms, and personnel yet to complete regional validation due to genuine difficulties. This is not an opportunity for new registration. It is a final window to rectify outstanding issues.
According to your authority, it is bent on protecting the integrity of the National Service Authority and ensuring it remains a cornerstone of national development.
Right, so that was a press conference that was done by the National Service Authority yesterday, where some 8,105 individuals were flagged and 1,840 were suspended, and investigations are ongoing. That's about the National Service that people are supposed to do, graduates from our various institutions across the country are supposed to do. And in the past few weeks, we've been engaging Major Moses Doc Nat Ping Bengu. He's Deputy Director General for Programs and Operations at the National Service Authority. And he's back in here in studio to tell us about the findings that were revealed to us yesterday at the press conference and everything that has got to. Of course, there's an extension, and he'll talk about that also. You can definitely share with us your thoughts on our social media platforms and, of course, on the number that you see on your screen. Let the questions come in earlier so that he can answer them as the conversation continues. Major, welcome to the program. Again, it's almost as if we're having you here every week to talk about this. But from Friday, in fact, that was when the deadline was. How has it been managing all of that?
All right, thank you very much for having me. It's been okay, just that we noticed that most of our students or national service persons, I don't know how, were a bit reluctant going to registration centers to register and validate.
Okay.
So once the deadline was issued, we noticed that most of our regional offices and the district offices were flooded with a lot of people. Previously, it wasn't like that. I can give an example. I went to the Ashanti region, and as of 3 p.m., only 74 people had gone there to register.
To register.
Yes, and look at the size of Ashanti region. However, I think that when we issued the deadline, let me give an example of the Greater Accra, our regional office there. They were doing around 120, 140 a day.
A day.
But the day I visited the regional office, as of 2:30 p.m., over 500 people had registered. You understand? So the bottom line, people sit in the house and just say, we are not being posted. But some are also lazy in going to read or to check on the portal.
They just don't want to
sit down, you understand?
do that.
I think people should always try as much as possible to visit the page if you are waiting for postings. However, some have genuine concerns. People who had data mismatch probably submitted the list and they were waiting for the update to come through.
Okay.
Good, but they have to also understand that we need to validate whatever has been sent.
Okay.
You don't just submit and then we carry it straight and put it in the system and post you. What if you are not the person? They should also be mindful that it is based on what is submitted that eventually your national service certificate will be issued. So if you are not meticulous, and then we post you, and then eventually you come, and then your national service certificate doesn't bear the name that you understand. It's another problem which we don't want. So we know they are anxious to do national service, but they should give us a bit of time to rectify some of these things so that we all be on a very good or on the same platform.
On the same page. So on Friday, that was the deadline. Was it because of these numbers that came up that there's been an extension, or you still have things to sort out from your outfit?
Very well. The issue is that, if you will bear with me, we started these postings in October, on the 7th of October.
Right.
Now, this thing has been going on. The deployment started on the 3rd of November. Some really have genuine concerns. You understand? But I don't think it's everybody. People were just waiting to go in for repostings. For instance, somebody is posted to, let's say, Tema. The person lives in Nungwa and wants to be reposted to a company closer to Nungwa. This is national service.
That cannot be done.
That cannot be done. And we should also bear in mind that, like the other time I mentioned, you have read early education. You are supposed to go to the classroom to teach. And you want to go to GRA or NPA. What business do you have doing at NPA? It should be course aligned. So these are people who have been posted and they feel that, I want to go to MPA or GPHA.
There are conversations amongst them about some of the companies.
Exactly. You understand? We agree that, probably this is your interest, this is where your interest lies. But to us, we don't see it that way.
But if the person has read early education, right, of course, from the best university, University of Cape Coast, and then wants to and has to get into the classroom, there should be places around Nungwa that, that will make it easier for the person.
And we post you there, and you want us to post you to GRA.
No, but then you talk about the distance. So let's say the person is in town. That one you can't do anything
about.
So
what we'll do is that there is an opportunity, there's a window of opportunity on the platform.
Okay.
So if we have first choice, second choice, and third choice, so you choose.
Okay.
We'll give you the platform to make a choice. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you chose Nungwa, unless otherwise, we don't have an organization that is available there that will post you, then we will decide to post you maybe to Teshi or Sakumono. You understand? But it has to be aligned to your course of study.
Okay. So many of the people who are choosing where they want to be reposted to, for you, one of the key issues is that it must be aligned with what we studied
Exactly.
in school.
It must be aligned with your course of study. However, there are some who were genuinely rejected from the companies that they were posted to.
Okay.
Such a person, you cannot do anything but to repost the person, because the person has to do the national service.
Right.
So once the company or the institution rejects the person, we have to post you. And let me use this forum to appeal to some of the agencies. What they are doing to the young men and women there is very bad. You are frustrating them.
Okay.
And eventually they feel that it is national service that is rather frustrating the young men.
So in this
we
case,
post people to you, and you verbally sack them from the premises. Go, we cannot continue.
We cannot continue.
It is not fair.
Right.
We are appealing to them that they should try as much as possible to absorb the person and say you should go for repostings. At least we wrote a letter to you. You need to endorse it. But once you are saying that you don't have the capacity to employ or not to employ, to admit the person for national service, what we expect from you is to write formal communication to us. We can use that one as evidence that really the person came to you and you don't have space and you want repostings for the person. You understand? So that it will be on record, so that tomorrow when there's audit, the platform or the system is being audited, oh, this person was posted to Ghana Ports and Harbour Authority. However, they don't have the space. That is why we have reposted the person.
Okay.
But if you verbally tell them to go back, go to national service and let them post you, I think we are not being fair to them. They should stop frustrating them. Now the anger is on national service. But I can assure you that most of these young men and women who are out there seeking for repostings were being rejected by the agencies.
By the agencies that they were posted to.
Yes, so we are appealing to them, they should accept them. And the other aspect of it is that, you know your capacity is 30. We have posted 50 people to you. Then you collect the letters and keep them until the final day. Then you give the letters to them, they should go for reposting. If you know you are not picking them, right from the beginning, when they bring the letters, endorse on the letter and let them come back for us to repost them.
Is there a conversation, because from what you're saying, you're talking about the agencies and how they are not helping matters. Yes. Is there a conversation with the various agencies, companies about how things should be like? Do they know how the operations of the NSS is like, or the NSA is like? And so when things like this happen, they need to write back. They need not to keep this and all of that, so that in future we do not have some of these issues.
I agree with you. Some might not know, but I think that generally most of these institutions are not just the old institutions. They are old institutions that are there. And for that matter, we expect that eventually, even if you don't have the space, at least send us a formal correspondence. There are others who state that they have exceeded their capacity. For that matter, anybody who is posted there, once, let me use an example, DVLA as an example. I'm not saying that that's what they've done, but I'm just using DVLA as an example. Maybe DVLA is taking 100 people. Eventually, about 150 or 200 people have been posted there. DVLA writes to us that I have exceeded the capacity. For that matter, in posting, we don't even consider DVLA on our platform.
Okay.
That we are posting somebody.
So you are posting.
You understand? So it makes the work easier. And it doesn't frustrate the young men and women. Because the person stays at Dodowa, he takes car to Accra, and he's heading towards DVLA. He gets there, they tell him or her, the place is full, go back. He comes to our office, there's no evidence of rejection. What do we do?
Well, so those are amongst several other issues. That's why the deadline has been extended.
Very well. So
to this
the
Friday.
deadline has been extended for those who have genuinely been rejected.
Those who have been rejected by companies they were
very good. Posted to.
Okay.
And then those who have data mismatch. For instance, your date of birth was captured as 16th of December 2005. But on your Ghana card, it is 21st of December 2005. You know, by law, you need to have a gazette and then affidavits. And this, the gazette, you have to go to. You know, from the beginning, we took steps. We realized that there were a lot of issues surrounding this one. So the Director General, you know, had a conversation with the CEO of the National Identification Authority,
right,
Publishers Company of Ghana, and then the Commissioner of Oaths. All these agencies, they were brought to the National Service Authority. You understand? We had to even negotiate for them to reduce the fees that they charge from 1,200 to 700 cedis.
Mm.
This went on for 2 weeks, just to help people who were caught up in this category, you understand, to be able to register. Because once your date of birth is wrong on the Ghana card or on the platform, you will not be able to register. So once you key in your PIN, it will be rejected. You understand?
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Okay.
But steps were taken to ensure that all these people who had issues with this particular category of people were captured.
So the deadline is this Friday?
The deadline we gave was Friday. That was on the 12th.
On the 12th.
But we've had calls. You know, the other time I said that because my DG is a woman, you know, the women by their nature.
Right.
You know, and we think that people actually have genuine concerns. We need to attend to them.
We need to attend to them.
We need to attend to them. So we have extended the date from yesterday, 15th of December 2025, to Monday.
To Monday. That is the 22nd.
22nd of December.
Okay.
And
by then you'll be able to have
would have been able to solve all these problems. People who really have genuine concerns would have been able to solve them, and then we can move on. Don't forget that we are standing by to post nurses. The calendar of national service, it goes throughout the year. So in our attempt to sort of fuse in other staff, you also disrupt the calendar for others.
For others.
Well, we'll have to post nurses very soon. Immediately we are done with nurses. Teachers are also, training colleges are also pending for postings. So the public should understand that it is not just an event of national service. It's a process, and we need to follow it. And we have to be meticulous. We have to be meticulous to ensure that we don't have people who are not supposed to be on our platform or who are not supposed to be doing national service to be there doing national service, and money should be paid to them.
Right. So the number is on your screen: 0249155646. Send us a message if you've got any concerns, any question you want to ask our guest. In here, Shadrach says NSS has never been course aligned. I did PR and was posted to Islamic Education Project to go and teach. They were Fulanis predominantly. How do I survive?
So that is a special, you know. So like I said, it's not everybody. Let's say you have 1,000 students who read petrochemical engineering. How many petrochemical engineering companies or institutions do we have in this country? Are you saying that if they cannot absorb maybe 2,000 of you, you shouldn't do national service? No. So in that situation, some of you will go to places that necessarily courses that you have read, you understand, that do not align to it.
Yeah.
Look at the number of students we churn out every year from all the institutions. How many institutions are available that can? And now, look, that is why most of them, some people are being rejected.
Yeah. I think in previous years, there were lots of concerns. People that have been posting their, where they've been posted to on socials, they've been posted to places that sometimes you think about what are they going to do here with what they have studied, you know, in school. But I think this year we've not seen much of that.
Yeah.
We
are trying to do that. And going forward, I'm saying that this is a new national service.
Okay.
Going forward, we are going to, in fact, stick to this. Look, there is no basis for somebody who has read petrochemical engineering to leave a company like MPA or any other company that is aligned to the person's course, and then you go and be at a GPHA. What are you doing there? Don't forget that you have a career to pursue. You understand? And I believe that going forward, this is what we should be doing. We should be able to empower these young men.
People.
Yes, so that they can chart a career.
A career path.
It's not
for
just
them.
about doing national service. And if you agree with me that statistics shows that about 33% of people who are engaged in private, who did their national service with the private sector, gain employment. Those who do the public sector, I can tell you, research also shows that some sit in the house for a minimum of 8 years without being employed. Is that what we want as a country? Let's empower the private sector to employ the young men and women with skills.
Well, talking about that, there are also a lot of concerns about personnel who are posted to companies and, in quotes, the companies underuse them.
Very well.
Using them for, all manner of things that do not, my director says, watch it by, and all of that.
Yes.
Is that a concern to you, or so far as you post the person to the place, that is it?
It is a concern to us because the reason why they were brought there is to come and showcase what they
someone
studied.
can make a complaint to you.
Of course.
Okay.
Because there is nowhere that somebody has been posted to your company and you turn the person to an errand boy. Go and buy me wache, go and buy me coffee broke man. That is not proper. It's unprofessional. And I think that these are graduates.
Yeah.
They are not supposed to be engaged in menial jobs. These are graduates. I use them. That's why they will also...
Those are part of the service. It's part of the...
I agree. But national service doesn't mean that you should become a messenger to somebody. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we admonish these companies and institutions to use them for what they are supposed to do. And that is why we are insisting that it must be cost aligned.
Okay.
So that you don't get to an institution where your services are not needed.
Okay. Yes. Right. So if you just tune in, this is Business Edge on Metro TV. My name is Desmond Okrekodanso, and we're speaking to Major Moses Doc Nat Pengu. He's Deputy Director General, Programs and Operations for the National Service Authority. We've talked about the extension of the deadline for the validation and registration. That has been extended to the 22nd of December. That is next week, Monday. So if you've got any mismatch with your data, or you're looking at reposting where you were posted to the company, rejected you, then you can partake in this and some other situations that they want to resolve by the 22nd. So please take note of that. I'll be taking your questions also, so send them in. For now, we're taking a look at what was reviewed at the press conference yesterday. Over 1,800 people engaged or have been suspended, and over 1,000 also.
8,000.
8,000, yes, I beg your pardon. 8,000 individuals were flagged, and also 1,840 individuals are pending investigations by the security agencies. How did you come by this revelation?
Thank you very much. The new system that National Service is now using, the last time I was here, I mentioned that the system is a robust one, and it flags there are certain irregularities that with due diligence we are able to uncover.
Okay.
Now, the 8,104 that has been flagged are not eligible for national service.
They are not supposed to be doing national service.
They are not supposed to be. These are either non-existent human beings who have managed their way into the platform. And because the system is robust, we'll be able to detect this. The 1,838, we have completed, we have suspended this particular group of people. They will not have any chance of even going beyond the first registration.
Okay.
Good. The 8,104, we flagged them and investigated. In fact, initially the figure was higher than this, but we flagged them, investigated. We did an audit and realized some had genuine concerns about it. So we allowed those ones to pass.
So this 8,000 after investigations...
In fact, there's no way they will go through the system.
Wow.
It's not possible.
What did they do?
There are a lot of things. For instance, if you are not a student of your former school, and you've maybe by virtue of the fact that this is something that you have done consistently over the period. Don't forget that there are people who are guru boys and girls for national service.
Right.
They sit down at the comfort or in the comfort of their rooms and create names and put them on the platform.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So this particular group that has been flagged is the description of what I have just told you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they sit there, and I don't want to say ghost, but these are ghost names. My colleague Don Kofuseni said that they become witches and wizards because they are now on the platform. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to do this to ensure. My brother, can you imagine if you add the 1,838 to 8,104? That is almost 10,000. Multiply 715
for 10,000 every month.
For every month times 12. That's
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money that the state would have lost. There's millions of cedis. If you even calculate for that of only the flag names, you are going to 48,400,000 per year. That's a colossal amount of money.
Wow.
My brother.
So you mentioned universities, or
yes.
Did you mention universities? So
yes.
University of Development Studies.
Yes. So University for Development Studies. We noticed that the trend was unusual.
Okay.
Yes. So the team took it. We visited the university. We met those who matter on this, those who uploaded the list. We met the registrar. Eventually, when everything was done, we met the vice chancellor. The vice chancellor said, "My brother, we are going to cooperate. Whatever you need to do to clean this thing, we will support you to do it."
And I would want producer to help me with some of the images from the story that we played. So there are some images that
some images. So you can imagine such a person, almost 60 years, purporting to be doing national service. How on earth would you allow this? And I can recall that when I showed the picture to one vice chancellor, he was taken aback. He said, "My brother, you don't mean it. Is this person a student?" I said, "This is somebody who proposed to be your student."
Okay.
You understand? So UDS, so some staff were taken for further investigation. Yes. Likewise, that of the University for Communication and Technology here in Accra. But let me be clear. That of Amstead, that is the Apia Menka
University of Skills Training and Entrepreneurship.
Good, they had their issue.
So
just look at these these images on the screen.
Oh,
these are people who are supposed to be doing national service, and every man would have been paying them. Government would have been paying them 715 cedis a month for the entire 1 year.
So that's for UDS. Then Ghana Communications Technology University.
Yes. So those ones too, they are under investigation. A number of ghost names found their names into the system.
But you're talking about Amstead.
Amstead, they are students.
Okay.
The reason is that I think Islamic clerics were offered the opportunity. I think at the point in time we were not having Islamic tutors or teachers across the country. So I think it was an arrangement to ensure that they are trained and qualified to be posted to schools to teach.
Okay.
So they are actually students. They were found in the database as well as our database.
Okay.
It was confirmed from their central database that these are genuine students, just that their age exceeded the national service allowable. You understand? Okay. So very old people, over 60 years, 55 years. You understand? And then when I spoke to one staff, he said, "Oh, my brother, you have not even seen anything." There were people who used to come here with walking sticks. It is a good thing because this is a particular group of people who are supposed to go and impact.
Impact, yeah.
Some of them are ignorant of the fact that there's a age cut.
That they are not supposed to do.
That they are not supposed to do.
Okay.
So you don't blame people like that for some of
Oh,
these
then there
anomalies.
needs to be, as you're doing here.
Yes,
then there needs
so
to
we
be
have taken, we are advocacy. We are doing, yes. So for Amstead, we don't have any issues with them. And I want to use the opportunity to thank them for, they've always cooperated. Right from the one that we started this investigation, the institution has always cooperated. We've met the staff and everything. And then they said, look, this is the situation, but they are genuine students.
Okay.
Yes, so we don't have, also I want to use the opportunity to thank them very much for being cooperative with us.
Right.
Yes.
So you talk about investigations are going to have persons been arrested.
Yes.
Where are they? Talk to us about that.
Some,
also.
even including some of our staff from the National Service Authority.
Some of your staff?
Yes, who were involved in these things have been arrested, and the investigation is ongoing. In the, I think at this point is the National Security and other sister
security agencies
they are responsible for this. Prosecution lies with the Attorney General. It goes beyond us. But I think that at this point, the security agencies they are up to the task.
Okay.
And they are doing, and we actually get daily or weekly updates on the
from
progress
them.
of the investigation. And let me use this opportunity to sound a word of caution to all those who are engaged in these things. We have your data. It may not be immediately, but I can assure you that we'll go after you.
Okay.
Let's help build this country. Do not engage in these things. There are people who are always sitting down like anywhere and just, you don't want to work, but you want to engage in fraud. This is complete fraud.
Some people say that they don't want to do service or service there. Those persons. What I know is that they cannot work in any government.
Yes. The national service is mandatory.
It's mandatory.
So you need to do national service. One, you are going to serve your country or you are serving your country. Two, it will be a national service certificate will be a prerequisite for employment.
Okay.
So and I'm sure this will be extended to private agencies. When you go, they will definitely ask of your national service certificate before they employ you. If the two of us are going to a private company and you have done national service, I haven't done national. Once they request for it, you'll be employed and I will not be employed.
Right.
So I admonish our young people to go into to do the national service. You are serving your country.
Right. So Benjamin from Hoho says when our teacher training is going to be posted, he mentioned it. So after the nurses.
After the nurses, it's a calendar.
Okay.
As of the nurses, we'll post teachers.
Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Tafunu Road. My son did agric but was posted to a library where he is currently doing his service. Why not an agric institution? Thanks.
Like I said, it's not everybody. We also look at the space availability.
Okay.
If the person has, maybe he has
all the agric
identified
institutions, they need people.
Yes, of course, that's what I'm saying. So if you identify a place that you think that, a lot of people come there, and even before I came here, when Derek called me to come, I was actually in a meeting. When a young lady approached me with her letter, so please, this is my issue. I'm told to talk to you. I asked her, what is the problem? What did you say? I read political science. Where were you posted to? She mentioned the place. I said, that place, they will not take you because they've written to us that they don't have space.
They don't have space, okay.
Looking at your course, do you think, where do you live? She mentioned the place. I said, okay, I'll post you to this place. Is that okay? She said, yes. And quickly it was done. That's what I'm saying. People who have genuine concerns.
Just sit at home
don't sit down and lament.
Okay, so they should make a step.
Yes. Because some of that we may not know. And don't forget, we have a lot of people out there. We are not attending to just one person. You are an individual and you understand, you are confronting us. But there are others too that we have to attend to. Reach out to us and we'll solve your problems. Okay. That is why we are there to solve problems. We are not there to sit down aloof. So once you have a genuine concern, reach out to us and then we'll solve your problem for you.
Okay, so my producer keeps showing the faces of some of the persons whose names appeared in.
And if you look at the picture, the one to the left is a picture that was taken for like a selfie picture that was taken for validation. The one to the right is the one on Ghana card. How can this person be doing national service?
Okay, so we've got to wrap it up. Major, thank you very much for coming in. And Major Moses Doc Nat Kpengu is Deputy Director General Programs and Operations for the National Service Authority. They're saying that the validation registration extended to 22nd of December, next week, Monday. So make sure that you go and be part of it. And you could always approach any of the offices.
Yes.
I'll go to any of the offices across the country for any valid situation that you find. Or any valid concern. Thank you very much.
If you could give me just 1 minute to...
Okay, sure.
Yes,
sure. Just
so,
a few seconds.
yes,
Yeah.
so all those who have genuine concerns,
Right.
like I mentioned, data mismatch and those, you need to have a gazette and then affidavits, and then you come with your Ghana card. However, your school should have made the correction. Then you come to Ghana, you come to National Service Authority and we'll rectify it. All those who have been rejected, you have been posted somewhere and you went there and you have been rejected, I admonish you, come to the office with the rejection letter and you'll be reposted.
Okay.
This should be done from now. And then on Saturday, we are working because we want to make sure that everybody is captured within the deadline.
So on Saturday
we are still at work. We have directed the Director General has directed all regional officers to go to work on Saturday. Only Sunday that we will know, but Monday we will work, and Monday is the deadline. We are not extending. So don't sit at home. Make your way to the regional office, go and validate, and go to the district office, and then register. If you have any other concerns, our doors are always open.
Right.
They should come forward and let's solve the problem.
Major Kpengu, thank you very much for coming through. My name is Desmond Okrekudan. So many thanks for watching the program. Enjoy the rest of our programs. On 20th of December is the Metro TV Jollof Festival right here on our premises. So do well to be a part of it. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bonjour, c'est ABC from Sénégal. Je représenterai le Sénégal au festival Jollof Festival qui sera le 20 décembre 2025 au Metro TV. Donc j'invite tous les francophones, tous les Sénégalais, tous les francophones de venir manger. I will be at the Ghana